All right, welcome to Nino's Corner.tv. I am here with Richard, citizen journalist. Am I saying that right?
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
cool, cool,
How you
cool.
doing?
Dude, it's an honor to talk to you, man. I've been chasing you down for a while, man. You're a hard guy to track, and you've been putting some videos up on. I follow you on Telegram. I've been watching a lot of your stuff, and just the videos and the pictures that you put up of Washington D.C. Your boots on the ground. You've been out there. And they're pretty compelling. Like we can all agree, there's crazy shit happening in Washington D.C. I'm trying to find out what the fuck is happening in Washington D.C. What's going on with Washington D.C. And I think if there's anybody to talk to, it's you. So you've been down there, bro. You've been boots on the ground. I don't know how long you've been in Washington D.C. How long have you been in Washington D.C. for?
My whole life,
Okay, so you're from there. Is this activity the most bizarre you've ever seen in your life?
by far.
Okay.
I mean, look, anyone listening to this, and I always tell people the same things. We're all in this, we're all in this reality together. And one of the things we all know for a long time, like do your own research, investigate your own things, But something about me is I'm from there. I know what it's supposed to look like, and what it looks like now. What it looks like now is a drained place. There's no one there. The federal buildings are empty. Um, the metro's empty. Washington D.C. is a giant subway system. It's huge. Sorry, man, I'm getting messages. Anyway, so
Okay.
it's got a huge subway system, buses and transit and all these things. Go to Washington on Monday or Tuesday during rush hour. Look for yourself. There's no one there. There's no one in the buildings. The buildings are empty. The Department of Agriculture, CIA, or not CIA, but FBI, and because the CIA is down Langley, it's hard to see from the roads. But so FBI, Department of Ag, Department of Labor, Housing, they're all empty. All the buildings are empty. So DC's abandoned. It's abandoned.
So that would, and you haven't seen any sign of Biden or his security detail, none of that, huh?
Well, during the inauguration, January 20, I was at Andrews Air Force Base seeing President Trump off, and I left there, went straight to Washington, and you couldn't get in. The whole place was barricaded, and I sat at right at the Arlington Bridge, which goes to Arlington Cemetery, and I watched for hours. And on the fake news, it showed like a motorcade crossing over the Arlington Bridge, and I sat there. I didn't see it. And then the next day, I went to Iwo Jima Memorial, where there's these guys, and this is if you guys scroll back to my Telegram all the way back, you will see this. And I met with these guys that are working this tower, um, which is right next to Iwo Jima. So there's Iwo Jima Marine Memorial, and then if you're facing that, with your back towards the Potomac River, you'll see there's a tower right next to it, and they're doing work. And there's a bunch of guys, and a language barrier, Spanish guys. I said, hey guys, were you here yesterday? Did you see anything cross that bridge? They all said no, and you would have seen it because it's a motorcade. You can't miss a motorcade in Washington D.C. There's 100 cops, 20 black cars, and no one saw it. So and then after that happened, they took down some of the fencing. Because you have to understand, or people that are watching this that don't know, Washington has two rivers, the Anacostia and the Potomac. Okay, that's how you get in and out of the city for the most part. And there's a northern side or a western side, really, where you can come in through the highways. So there's two main rivers that come in, and you cross them through many bridges: 395, the Arlington Bridge, 14th Bridge. There's tons of bridges, and they shut all those down. And on the January 20th, you couldn't get into the city. Okay, and they had National Guard and Humvees and all these things surrounding it. And I was there. I have videos, and no one saw on January 20th. No one saw the inauguration happen. And then since then, they opened it back up, and I was at the White House and the Capitol. I mean, just a few weeks ago or a month maybe, I saw Black Hawk helicopters landing at the
That's
Capitol,
crazy.
which has never happened in the history of the United States ever.
You're an
You know,
eyewitness, yeah, and I see your stuff on Telegram, bro. I think you're doing an amazing work as a patriot. I want to commend you on that. Like I said, I've been chasing you down to this. I'm wondering, you're the only one I'm aware of, Richard. I guess there might be others out there, but you're the only one I'm aware of right now
yeah.
that's doing this.
I'm
You're the
sorry.
only one. No, it's all good. You're the only one doing this that I know of. I mean, is there others out there doing this, or you basically how come I don't see any more many other people doing this?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
That's bizarre.
I wish there was more. You know, there's a few that I've seen here and there, and look, I mean, I tell people the story all the time. My dad was the arborist of Washington D.C. He was a tree cutter, and people don't know, but trees in Washington D.C. are very important. You know, they're hundreds of years old. They cable them. It's like surgeries. It's like an orthopedic. They put cables between the branches, and they put fertilizer into the roots. And so I've eaten lunch and breakfast. I can tell you where the coldest water fountain is in the Pentagon. I've eaten in the courtyard countless times. I've been to the CIA, defense mapping, Navy Yard, White House as a kid with my dad going to work back before 9/11, back before things were so crazy and the security state, if you will. So I know the city pretty well. And that's why my perspective I think is important because I get it. But yeah, I always tell people, I'm like, go see for yourself. You go take a look.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember not long ago. I would be waiting because I would be like, I lived in Washington by the zoo, and I'd be like, well, am I gonna drive? And it was like a mile to drive, and it was like a 40-minute drive by car. It was a 2-minute subway ride. So well, I'm gonna take the subway, and now you go down to the subway and there's no one there, and the trains are running every hour. It's crazy.
So, in your opinion, Richard, like, what would you say is going on, man? Would you say obviously that that Trump is like people are saying Trump is in charge? That what's your thoughts on this? Is Trump guiding the football from the sidelines? What do you think is going on? What do you think is going on in your opinion?
And I don't know. It's confusing, right? So I love President Trump, right? I
Yeah,
mean, but he pushes the vaccine, which I definitely don't like.
yeah, yeah. Be careful saying that word
Um,
because I don't get bombed on fucking YouTube.
oh, sorry.
Just go like this.
Yeah, he keeps pushing the thing,
Yeah, no,
and I don't
and I'm
like
with
that.
you on that. I'm very skeptical about that as well.
So, but I love that man. We all do. But there's this one part that's very it's really giving me a lot. If I'm not sleeping at night, it's because of that. Um, and then as far as Washington D.C. goes, I mean, look, man, I always remember, it was 3 a.m. in the morning. I went to sleep, November 3rd, 2016, I guess it was, and I was watching CNN or something, and I wasn't very politically involved, and I was like, well, they haven't called Florida yet, da da da, and I went to sleep, and I remember I woke up and it said Trump won, you know. And I called my dad. He didn't answer. I went to his house. I banged on the door. Bang, 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 bang. My dad's a political science major out of Penn State, a very wise person. And he said, "What the hell, Richard? Why are you waking me?" I was like, "Trump won." He said, "Impossible." He said, "No, turn on the." So we made coffee at 4 a.m. and we watched the news. It was unbelievable, right? And then during the inauguration, this was 2015, 2016 inauguration, and so he says, "We're transferring the power back to you, the people." And so, regardless of everything else, I think that us as people, we need to act. And we've had 4 years to do it. And, General Flynn and all those people are saying the same thing, like get involved, do something. And that's been my mission, man. I mean, I respect you. I respect all these podcasters, but I'm out here every day. You know what
I
I mean?
know. Your
And I'm
boots on the
interacting.
ground, dude. Much respect to
Yeah.
that. Your boots on the ground. And I've heard that you've had some run-in with some fucking, I guess, police or what the fuck. They've arrested you a couple times or once or how many times? 3 times? Why? Because you were going on private property or what? What? You got to explain.
So, yeah, I've never told a story. I'll tell in your show for the first time. Okay.
Okay.
So, I was in Washington, and I was filming. Joe Biden was going to do his first, I don't know, address to Congress, I guess it was, and so I was there filming, and all of a sudden, this cop is like, "Are you Richard?" And I'm like, "Excuse me, can I have one more drink, please? Thank you." Um, I mean, listen, man,
Yeah.
I'm in the midst of it,
Fuck
man.
it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Monday afternoon, and
Yeah, you got to do what
I'm
you got
here.
to
I
do.
mean, check this out, man. Check this out.
Yeah,
Look
let's
how.
look. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, that looks like Laguna area or something.
I don't
Beautiful.
know where I am, man. We
All
stopped at
right.
a restaurant and it's really great. Anyway,
No,
so,
that's all
so I'm
good.
ordering a drink. And I just got done fasting. I just did a 4.5 day fast where I ate nothing. So I'm catching up on some little food and having
No,
a drink.
dude,
But
it's all
anyway,
good.
so I was on the National Mall filming, as I always do. And this cop comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, are you Richard?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Richard, whatever." And long. And then they put handcuffs on me. I had no idea what was happening. I'm like, "What?" And I also thought, like, you know what, like, I'm a patriot, and if my job is done, and like these patriots that are still in jail over January 6th, man, it's crazy. Today I'm wearing my
Oh yeah,
Capital
hell yeah.
Raiders. That's
That
my
is a
friend
dope
Jake
shirt. I
right
like that
there.
shirt.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, because I know that guy, and he's a good guy. He's a patriot. But I
Is he?
said to myself,
Okay.
I said, well, if today's the day, it's today. So anyway, so they throw me in jail. And actually, man, I'll tell you a detail I'll give you that I've never spoken about since this is I had to go to the hospital because they put the handcuffs on so tight for 5 or 6 hours, man, so tight. When I finally got, because they get carts you around in a paddy wagon, and who knows, and and that finally got to the, whatever the lockup was, wherever it was, and they take the handcuffs off, and my hands were just purple, and they're like right here on my wrist. It was like just like circulation cut off, and they took me
Yeah.
to the hospital to be seen. Anyway, so the next day, I see a judge, and she's like, "Oh, you have to, you have warrants out for your arrest." I was like, "What? I have warrants out? What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Yeah, in Pennsylvania." I'm like, "In Pennsylvania for what?" And so a few months prior to this incident, I was in Pennsylvania for because the Pennsylvania citizens wanted their, the recount, like we all want, right?
Right.
And I was there to cover this thing, and I walked through security. By the way, I have an 8-minute tape. It's all on tape. The whole thing is on tape. So I walked through the Pennsylvania um, capital, which is Harrisburg. I take it's all on tape, and I can send it to you. And it's already sent to a lot of people in case, just in case, because
Okay.
I've sent emails and videos to Pennsylvania saying, "Look, here's what happened," and review the tape. Anyway, they charged me with bringing a handgun, a firearm, which I've never owned a gun on
Wow.
paper, and conspiracy. And so I walked through the security, and I have it all on tape. And I took my wallet out, my keys out. It's all on tape. I have the video. Okay, you understand? And
Yeah.
so anyway, so I walked through, blah blah blah, and then I left. And then a few months later, or a month later, I'm in D.C. and they apprehend me, throw me in jail in Washington. By the way, the jail in Washington, which I didn't know until then, is infested with roaches. Roaches crawl all over you all night long. Okay. And I saw the judge.
Jesus.
She's like, "You got to settle this warrant in Pennsylvania." So I've been working with Pennsylvania and trying to settle this. But they charged me. Listen, man, they charged me with a firearm and conspiracy for going into the Harrisburg. And I can post the video, and I haven't yet. I'm telling the story for the first time to you, and so yeah, that's what happened. And they arrested me 2 more times for the same shit, and they let me out, thank God. But yeah, so that's what happened.
Dude, that's bizarre. And you had no firearm.
No, I mean,
No, they just said
listen,
you had a firearm. This is fucking bananas, dude. This is crazy.
it's a banana
They just
republic. That's what we're living in.
Yeah, that's where we're at. So what do you think's going on with Biden and the CGI and all the bullshit? He's obviously not there, right? That's your opinion. He's not in Washington, D.C. From everything that you've seen, you just say he's not there.
So in the beginning, after January 20th, it's time. I would go to the White House, look around, and then you have to remember I'm from there, so I know what things are supposed to look. I mean, DC's an abandoned. Here's what your listeners need to know: DC, Washington DC, is abandoned. There's nobody there. There's nothing happening. Okay, so everything you see on TV and the cameras on, it's all just pomp and circumstance. And in the beginning, after January 20th, I was convinced he wasn't there. Now I'm not sure. Maybe he's there at some point. Maybe Jen Psaki, whatever her name is, or what. I don't know. What I'll tell you is you can't find these people. You cannot find a senator, a congressman, an elected official in Washington D.C. above ground. You
That's
can't find them. And I've looked
crazy.
hard.
That is fucking crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So are you planning to go back and get more footage? Or are you just saying fuck it, you're out on vacation, bro?
Oh yeah, I'm going back in a few days. I'll be back in DC in a few days. I'm on my way. I'm,
I
I'm
mean,
you know,
man, it'd be great if we could
I
do an interview from there if you get a chance, if you can.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. So I'm here in California because I was in Phoenix
What's up, brother? Excuse me.
Hey,
Are you enjoying everything?
I'm enjoying everything. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, my name's Armando. I'm with the security unit. If you need anything, you give me a call.
Okay, man.
Yo, buddy, just do me a favor. Just hold the camera a little bit. Some of the people are starting to get a little nervous. I don't know why. But I just wanted to tell you, you and I were cool.
Yeah, we're cool.
I'm not gonna do anything. You're on private property. Just remember that.
Okay.
As long as you guys are good, keep it down. You're good.
Okay, sounds good.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Okay, good.
I got it
Take-
too.
I'm taking some heat, I guess, for talking too loud about
Well,
facts.
Yeah, exactly.
No, here in California, people don't like facts.
No. Oh no. These fucking
Anyway,
liberals.
so well, those trespass me and I'll leave, and I've been through that many times before. But so I don't know. I mean, it's all bizarre. And anyway, so I was in Phoenix because I got some information that that the audit results were to come out. And look, quite frankly, the Senate came out with the results. The results are out. What are the people doing? Remember, Donald Trump said we're transferring the power back to you, me, the people.
It
The
needs to start with
people-
us. That's what this is all about. It has to start with us.
People need to stop staying in their houses, and people need to act. That's what I'm doing. I'm out here every single day. That's what I'm doing.
That's
you
what
need
you are
to do
doing.
it.
Yeah.
Everybody
absolutely.
needs to do it. No more microphones, no more cell phones, no more cameras, no more nothing. Get out there and make the change you want to see. That's what I'm doing. And that's what you should do. And President Trump gave us the message on day one. I'm transferring the power back to you. So sooner we do that, the better. And beyond that, look, I mean, then I was in Phoenix, and then also I got a call and said, hey, we're giving you press passes to this conference that I went to on Saturday, which is great. And then today I was like, I was kind of tired. So I was like, I'm gonna go hang at the beach and take a day for myself. And now I'm talking to you, and that's what I'm doing. You see, I'm just sitting here at this restaurant and having a meal, and but I'm leaving here. I'm leaving here soon, within the next few hours, and then I'm heading back west. And I'll be in Washington soon. I don't know exactly, but soon enough. And I'm gonna go in there.
You're gonna get back on it. You're gonna get back
Well,
on
look,
it.
the fact of the matter is this. Yeah, I'm on it all the time. I just on like you. I'm focused, and I'm on it wherever I am. And the reality is, I'm going to go back to Washington. It's going to be the same. The federal buildings will be closed. There'll be no traffic. The buses will be empty, and the metro will be empty. There'll be nobody there. But I'll show it again to be more relevant and
So, in your
to be
opinion,
more like
Richard,
yeah.
in your opinion, what the fuck's going on? What's going on in your mind? What do you think is going on? Everything that you've heard, all the people you've talked to, and what you
It's very
see,
simple.
what do you
It's
see?
very
going on?
simple.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've never been, I was never politically involved until March 16th of 2020, and and what I know now and then is totally different. And what's happening is the swamp is being drained. To put in layman's terms, right, of what your listeners and we all know now is basically what's happening is good is beating evil, and DC was the swamp, and it's been drained. It's probably got a little draining left to do, but it's basically drained. I mean, look, the federal bills are empty. IRS is not processing. Come on, that's all real. And I think we're looking at a great awakening of patriots. But you gotta get out of your damn house. You gotta get out of your house.
What do you think? What do you think about the flooding, dude? The flooding. Now, I speculate and I say that was the tunnels being flooded, or was it? Does DC just flood like that? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interesting things. I mean, look at the bomb they set off outside Florida, and then whatever that was, right? And then there's weird fires in the Gulf of Mexico, right? I mean, there's a lot of things are it's biblical, right? And so I don't have those answers. I'm trying to find out.
But have you ever seen flooding like that in DC? Have you ever seen that before?
No,
Does that happen, right? So this is a first for you.
Yeah, first.
Wow. Well, hey, brother, I don't want to take much more of your time because I know you're enjoying yourself, but I would love to get another interview with you, bro. This was kind of a quick spur of the moment type thing, and you look like you're on vacation, brother. So I don't want to mess that up, man. I want to get one thing from you. Let me get one thing from you. What do you think in your mind? What do you think is going to happen this fall? Because I've told everybody it's going to be a hot summer, and this fall is going to be fucking nuclear. What do you see happening this fall in your mind?
Yeah, we're already seeing signs, right? So I'm just south of LA right now, and actually I'm gonna go into LA here in a minute and see what I see. And I might post, I might not. I don't. But we're gonna see this Delta variant op run. We're probably gonna see the alien op. We've seen the alien op from Tucker Carlson already, and all the
Yeah.
mainstream. That's all fake and gay. It's not even
Yeah.
the Bible, not
Yeah.
real. So
Fake alien invasion. You know it's coming.
I think so. I think this fall, what we're gonna see is, I think we're gonna see the deep state, mainstream media, and the evil people and the evil things on this earth try to run a huge op on us, which they've done already. And I think we're gonna see good combat that full blown ahead. And I think we're gonna win. I think the best is yet to come.
I agree with you 100%.